Good Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Top Gun Options Monday Market Outlook, folks. What an interesting week it's going to be, mainly because we're doing full throttle. This week, it is time for you to take your investing supersonic with our industry-leading full throttle training program. All free, 5 briefs on me. All you have to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT. Okay, we start today at high noon. We're going to do a weekly options brief. So very tactical trading, weekly options today, Monday, January 25th at noon. Make sure you're registered to attend. Make sure you're registered to attend even if you can't attend, because I'm going to give you access to the replays. Okay, the replay page is go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay, and the welcome aboard brief we did last night is already posted on that page. So if you didn't attend last night, you can watch the replay here. Speaking of January 25th, one of the best days in my life. My daughter, Keely Grace Buckley, was born on a snowy, cold night up in Naperville, Illinois. So happy birthday to the apple of my eye, the love of my life, my daughter, Keely Grace. So very, very happy day for me. Okay, let's get to it. Folks, this is absolute insanity, right? We have been on this rip your face off rally since essentially election day, and we haven't looked back, which is good, which is bad, which is everything above. And this week is going to be even more interesting because we get tech earnings. Here comes Mom, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. I'm hearing Apple might have made $1 billion. Amazon, I think, is just going to be insane, and all these stocks are obviously rallying today. We have I have a ton of positions in Amazon, and those are looking fantastic. Really looking forward to tech earnings. Now, be careful, because it might be a buy the rumor, sell the news. We saw this with the financials. The financials like JP Morgan had a massive run. Let's take a look at JP Morgan. We have a bearish trade on JP Morgan that's doing fantastic. Take a look at this chart. 3 months. Look at this. Good run up into earnings, sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. JP Morgan's getting hammered again today. We have a bearish trade, a bear call spread on JP Morgan. That's just looking fantastic. Okay, let's get strategic real quick. Joe Biden, just, here we go. I don't even want to dig too deep into it, but wanting to jump back into bed with Iran. China, folks, is really doing some saber rattling here. The carrier strike group, the USS Theodore Roosevelt, I was stationed on the Roosevelt. Great ship, is entering the South China Sea, and for the past 2, 3, 4 days, Chinese fighters and bombers have been penetrating the ADIZ, the Taiwan Air Defense Identification Zone. This is getting ugly. I've made a prediction. I'll make it again. In the next it might be 2 years, but I will say under Joe Biden or Kamala's tenure, China will move on Taiwan. It'll move to take back what they consider an island province and what we consider its own independent country there. They already did it with Hong Kong. Donald Trump screwed up with Hong Kong. He just sat there and said, it's Xi's problem. I don't want to tell him what to do. Dudes were running around Hong Kong with American flags and spray painting, Patrick Henry quotes on the wall, and we kind of sat on our hands. He eventually came around to I strongly condemn it. It was too late. We lost Hong Kong, and we might lose Taiwan. Why am I talking about this? Because people are sitting here trading GameStop, worried about Apple earnings and everything going on over here. With one breaking news, with something going bump in the night, we could have literally a war over in the South China Sea. And don't forget, it's just not the United States and China going after each other. There's like 7 countries that claim essentially the South China Sea. But obviously the biggest one in those in that area is China. Under Barack Hussein Obama for 8 years, the Chinese dumped dirt on atolls in the middle of the Pacific and made runways. They essentially made fixed aircraft carriers in the middle of the Pacific and said, now this is our land. So this is going to get ugly. Got to keep an eye on this. You have to be strategic, because there are events like this that could be a black swan event to cause this market to implode. Now, breaks my heart to say it. I told folks last night I'm kind of bipolar at Top Gun Options. I'll tell you how I feel as an American in my flight suit, and then as Gordon Gekko. As an American in my flight suit, this sucks. China is overtaking the United States as the world's leading destination for foreign direct investment. That should have been us. Nope, it's China. So as American, I think this sucks. As Gordon Gecko, I think it's fantastic. You ready for this? We're long-term bullish on China. You're going to learn that this week. We're bullish on what's called FXI, which is the iShares China ETF. So it's kind of a hold your nose trade. I don't want to be bullish on China. You have to be, and that's what I'm going to do in Full Throttle is teach you how to use these type of events to potentially profit. So tech stocks are just seeing another rip your face off rally. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. So they're doing what the financials did, folks. So warning, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think tech earnings are going to be insane. Apple up another 3%. Look at this rip your face off rally out of Apple. Let's take a look at Amazon. Yeah, not as much, but when you're a $3,000 stock, being up 35 bucks is a big deal. So we're seeing this. Now get ready, folks, for seasonality. I think tech earnings are going to be strong. Get ready for February. February is one of the most volatile months in the market. February and October, folks, are usually a shit show, so get ready. And I'm going to show you how to potentially profit on a shit show. Even Ray Dalio, excuse me, is starting to kind of look outside the market for potential problems. I mean, folks, 2020, in 30 years of me trading, 2020 was insane. It was the best year of trading in my life. We literally helped empower some folks who are Top Gun Options members to become millionaires. It was fantastic. As the smart money, like Ray Dalio was telling you, buy the dip as the market imploded. I told you to sell it. And then when the Fed jumped in to save capitalism in March, they all said, no, we're going to go even lower. And I said, no, we're not. The Fed isn't going to let that happen. We were right both times. The smart money was wrong. But you have to keep one eye on the exit or one hand on the ejection handle. I mean, retail traders are flocking in. Markets only go up, right? They do until they don't. And markets go down a hell of a lot faster than they go up. So get ready for a violent February. I'm telling you, that's going to happen. Okay, but here at Full Throttle, I'm going to teach you how to profit off of that. I'm telling you, I feel it in my bones that we're going to have a really bad February. I could be wrong. Democrats, Joe, Nancy, Chuck could drop a $1 billion stimulus into the country, and yay, it goes up. There's a reckoning coming, folks. We can't keep smoking on the Fed crack or the stimulus crack. There's a day where that has to stop, unless the Democrats just keep wanting to spend us into oblivion and keep pumping money into, well, not necessarily into us, but into Pakistan, China, all sorts of other stuff. Anyway, I got to get going because I got to get ready for our brief at noon. The weekly options brief is at noon today. If you're registered for it, you're going to get a link just before it starts. If you're not, all you have to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT, and you can register to join us for the rest of the Full Throttle this week. And by the way, as soon as you register, you get a couple bonuses for registering: the 7-step trade plan, which we reviewed last night, and the options pocket checklist. This thing is really, really handy. And I got mine printed out, and I still look back to it every once in a while. Okay. All right. I got to get going. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see many of you at noon.